Hey, we are live at our Facebook Open for Business series. I'm Cynthia Wright, the host, junior partner of Carriage Trade PR and Cecilia Russo Marketing. Today I have Sherry Daniels, the owner of Roto-Rooter. Thank you for coming here.
You say it like that and I go, how did that happen? Where was I?
You've been the owner for quite a while now.
I know, it's been a long time.
Yeah.
I've actually worked in the business for many years, but I didn't get full ownership, which I just think is awesome, till 2009.
So how's it being, and I know we're going to get to interns eventually, but y'all know me, I love to talk a lot, and to really get the stories behind the people that come on our show. So how does it feel to be a woman in the plumbing industry?
Well, I was a little girl that liked erector sets, and trucks, and I can remember being 3 years old and wanting a big Tonka truck for Santa.
Yeah. I want a BB gun.
I got it. So, the idea that I get to buy big trucks, and I love it. I'm fascinated with the whole process. I really am.
That's so cool.
But, you get pulled, hear of this with so many people, the more successful you get, the further away from what you love. You end up into the learning to love the other part where you do the accounting and all of that. So I'm more administrative and then out front
of it.
And then you have to move that over.
Right.
But we're growing like weeds and it's fun.
That's exciting. Well, we're here to talk about growing and growing smartly. So a lot of people, and we do this monthly, y'all know Liz is behind the computers, y'all can't see her, but she's there, so if you don't have any questions, please put them in the comment section, we'll answer them. This is a very relaxed, casual conversation between us and you guys. This month we're talking about interns and how to really foster growing your company with an intern and the power behind an intern. Some of you know I started as an intern. So, gosh, I'm not going to say how many years ago, but 5 years ago, I was a little baby intern at Georgia Southern University, and I interviewed with Marjorie, and then I quickly met Cecilia, and I winded up with her too, and then we all came together to work as a collaborative PR firm partnership, and it has just been amazing, and now here I sit as a junior partner. And I don't think I would be where I'm at without the experience of an intern.
Yes.
I'm able to train my people. I understand how long it should take to do something. I understand how to do it correctly. And if someone calls out sick, guess what? I'm behind the camera. I'm doing it all. Yes. And I have no problems with that because it is my passion and this is what got me in the business.
So fun.
And it's fun. Yeah. So
I would love to have a picture of my dad so I could show everybody because I keep pressing this with everyone of how much he meant to me because he taught me passion.
Yeah.
He loved he was a civil engineer.
Yeah.
And loved it, and I'm very lucky. I got that from him at a very young age, and you do too.
Yeah.
And it's
I think you have to have that to thrive.
If you're going to thrive, and if you're going to lead.
Yes.
And if you're going to leave your mark.
Right.
Right. That's my thing is I really want to leave something behind. So,
sure. And so a lot of y'all may be wondering why I pulled on a plumbing company as the guest today. But I wanted to talk about not only internships from my perspective, but apprenticeships. And you have a what's it called, a work program? It's
a career pathway. I gave it a name.
Yeah.
I've been doing it unofficially forever, and then we're really getting serious because our industry had a shortage of experienced plumbers across the nation. It's bad.
Yeah.
And so we're trying to leave something, trying to help our nation really because we need really well-trained plumbers.
Right.
So we're getting more serious about it. And it's the same principle of what you went through. My operations manager went through our program.
Really?
Okay. Yes.
Joy?
Kyle.
Oh, Kyle.
Kyle is our operations manager. Joy is our business manager.
Okay.
She started as a dispatcher.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Kyle started through that. Mm-hmm. Wow. And how long has he been with you now?
He made it through in 5, 6 years.
Yeah.
Yeah. But he came to me already knowing some plumbing, but we put him through and got all the licensing.
Like actual certifiable.
His journey, that's the whole point. I said, I think my job has become keep Kyle challenged. You know what I mean?
I love that.
What else will he learn to do?
Yeah,
you know,
I love that.
You know.
So every month we do the article, and I sent this to you earlier, and we really just use this as a guideline to keep fresh with what's happening, but also to kind of give us a guideline on what to talk about. So one thing, I always jump around the article because I never go in order. I'm not a linear person. Everyone knows that.
Well, good. 'Cause I'm not either.
So one of like the latter points was that a mentorship is a big part of why to hire an intern or to take on an intern. And I think that that's just what you were just talking about. Having the opportunity to help someone else's life, it's cool. But it also helps you yourself.
Well, when you talked about what you did and what you now know and how you thrive, well, the company thrives too.
Right.
I mean, it's the secret. People are the secret.
Yes.
And you can't reach a point where you don't want to spend time with people. And I'll be honest with you, if you're my age, you need an intern, because an intern is going to walk you through what the current scene is. It changes constantly.
Yes, that's another thing. Keep it fresh. Yeah. New ideas. Get inspired. We usually take on an intern every spring semester and every summer semester. Usually fall's a little too crazy for us, so I don't take on one. But spring and summer we do, because one, they know all about social media. Younger people just know social media. They were raised with it.
Yes.
It's not something they had to learn. They know it.
Magic fingers.
Yeah. They know how to word it. They know tricks to use it. Especially PR interns have been trained how to use it for business. And it's very lovely to see, like, oh, you have that new program. What is that? Tell me about it. So it keeps things fresh that way.
I love this.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll admit something. I always love to do this.
Oh, Lord.
You know, I have a new marketing director who is very, very young, very Dean's List, just very motivated person. We're similar in a lot of ways. But he went, what can I do to help you? What can I do to help you? And so I said, do you mind sitting? Because we have a buddy desk. You can't see, but there's a buddy desk. And I said, just, you know, if you'll just sit here and walk me through when I hit a spot that I don't know in this software, so we can make progress.
Right.
You know, so cool, the patience to do that.
Yeah.
You know, that's the other thing.
They understand software in a different way. It's a
well.
I mean, I say they, but I'm one of them as well.
Yeah.
It's interesting to see, like, someone your age compared to me, like, you read all the fine print of software, and people our age are just like, yeah, you just hit accept, you hit this, and it's set up in 5 minutes.
Well, you just
described
like,
me. Oh my gosh!
I have attorneys to do that.
Yeah, like, I don't know.
I hate to say it, but I used to read every contract.
Well, and contracts are a little different. I don't want to read those.
Well,
but like,
you do reach a point when you know what that is.
You know what it is.
That's why you have good
They're
attorneys.
selling your information in Russia.
No, but it's fun. It keeps me in the game. I have a very young crew. Didn't deliberately do that. I mean, we just hired a gentleman that's 78 years old, and he's starting here.
Wow.
Yes, with history behind him, which I love.
Yeah.
So that, you know, there's the other side of the coin too.
Right.
But people want to put down millennials so much.
So much. They're useful.
They're people.
They're people, and they know that the game is changing, and they're able to change it with you.
It's pretty interesting.
You have to keep things fresh and relevant.
Everybody has a heart attack when I say the millennials might actually be the next great generation. They have some really unusual problems. Yeah. And I remember thinking forward, what happens when we get there? These poor kids, you know, what they'll be carrying, and I find it fascinating.
Right.
Now, there are no perfect millennials or
There's
interns.
No perfect people.
But I can tell you, it does take time. You have some people that don't work. Yeah. And you have to be. You go through. You know.
Okay. Well, let's talk about that for a minute. Let's talk about.
Want to hear my Grab a Bush program?
You're You know, from the name, I kind of do want to hear about your graphic lunch program. So I'll just tell you, my intern, I've had quite a handful of interns that, okay, so my internship experiences are like, majority are like, oh gosh, why do we do this?
Yes.
Like and then I have
then there's the
wonderful
jewel.
Jules, and I'm like, yes, this is why we do it.
Yes.
This is wonderful. We hire her. Her name is Liz. Like, it's awesome. Really
Well,
great.
I'm going to register a protest that the person behind the camera has the most fabulous hair today.
Right.
Oh!
You should be on camera.
Not fair. I want that hair.
So anyway, a lot of our interns either they don't treat, and I think that this is a fault of the students. You should treat your internship like a job. That you're going to work every day and you're going to make the best effort you can, learn something new, treat this person as your mentor, and really try and develop a new perspective on what you're learning, because every business is different. Learn from this person who's been in business for how many years.
You never know. After you live so long, you never know what you experience today, what little bit you'll pull in
Absolutely.
Out years later and use.
Or the person. You may be in Atlanta and you may move and say, hey, you know, I know that from working with you, you had a connection here. Can you connect me to that person?
Thank you. Don't burn those bridges.
Do not burn the bridges.
Nope.
Treat it like a job. I cannot stress that enough. I'm just so disappointed in a lot, and that is why millennials get a bad rap. Because some of them just are like, yeah, I'm checking boxes, I'm doing what I'm doing, and I don't know if that's a millennial thing.
I find a lot of the millennials I run into are quieter.
Yeah.
Now, there are millennials that are in the plumbing trade, and that's something I would like to talk about is what's happening.
Sure.
The plumbers of the future.
Yeah.
That's what we're building here.
Right.
And those are millennials, too. It's like any generation. Baby boomers weren't all the same.
Yeah.
The culture is different, and their experiences are different.
Absolutely.
I mean, when you
person by person is different.
You sit and you can text everybody so quickly.
Yeah.
So I find millennials have a tendency to be quieter. They need to be drawn out more.
Yeah.
Of course, you're an exception, but you're an elder millennial. So.
I know. You're gonna be an old soul.
But that it's you know that they're just people, and so you want to put yourself in it enough. I mean, I was having a rough time with an intern, and I love my HR gal. She's amazing.
Yeah.
And so I had to sort of back up and look at me, you know, and I was just frustrated. I had way too much on my plate.
Yeah.
Okay. I had the person that I brought him in here. Okay. And I didn't have time to show them anything.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And there they sat, you know. I mean, I've actually got that going on right now with someone out there. You know, and you just have to be honest and beg their forgiveness.
This is where I'm at right now. Yeah.
That's what I do. I said, it's not that you weren't important, you know.
Right.
But it's that the whole system is important. And when you say, I've got ADD, so here we go. When I talk about the system with people and I talk about being a team player, I try to get people to understand that job or work doesn't mean what they think it means. Mm-hmm. It means opportunity. Mm-hmm. So you were talking earlier about if you see everything, every job you have as an opportunity.
Everything you do is just...
It puts you out around people. I mean, you learn things. I mean, at least you're not sitting around doing nothing. You know, just apply yourself to it. But I try to get people to understand its opportunity, and that's what I have here.
Right.
When I say an internship program or a career pathway, where can someone go that the company will carry all that cost?
Not a lot of companies anymore. Mm-hmm. And it used to be very prevalent that a company would pay for continuing education. Mm-hmm. That's not the case anymore, because continuing education is so high. So you actually send your people through a work-study program.
I'm certifiable.
Yeah.
I really am. Yeah. We hire people. We actually have people that just wanted to be a plumber's helper. Yeah. And no, I'm sorry, this is a training facility. Right. So if you don't want to graduate and move up, you're taking a spot from someone who would. Yeah. Who maybe has a family and needs that kind of insurance, needs that kind of income, because you know, plumbers are in short demand. I mean, are in short supply. So they make great money. I mean, whoa, They make more than I do.
Yeah.
You know, so, and that's okay.
Right.
But what we do is bring them in, and for a plumber, you need to go 2 years working underneath a master.
Mm-hmm.
Then you can go test for your journeyman's license.
Okay.
And then you got to wait another 2 years working under a master.
Again.
Again. And then you can go test for your master's.
Wow.
Okay? What we do is we squeeze in a backflow certification. You can get a med gas certification.
Mm-hmm.
We just kind of stack them all. You know, if you want to get
as
your
much as
HVAC,
you can.
you know, we just keep stacking it in, and we carry all the cost of that.
Sure.
So when they go to school, we pay their salary.
Yeah.
So their family doesn't, you know, they don't get in a hole financially.
Which is so nice.
Okay. We pay the expenses for the class.
Mm-hmm.
We pay, and we get them signed up for the test. One of the hardest things to do
Mm-hmm.
is getting signed up.
Yeah.
You have to have a master and a journeyman sign for you. That's not easy.
No.
Not anyone will do that.
Yeah, right.
And the paperwork, and
But
you know,
when
we
you-
get all that filled out. We're good at it. We've been doing it forever. I think I've licensed 14 master plumbers down through the years.
Wow.
No matter how many journeymen, CDL licensing, you name it, we've done.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, and I'll tell you that's so important because you're not investing in just the person. You're investing in your company. Your company is
Yes.
stronger
Yes.
because you have stronger people.
Well,
I think it's important because then to train someone from start to finish, you know they're trained right. I know
yes.
that my people, and it's not just Liz, we have other
That's a
people
great
who
point.
have always gone through our internship program to be our public relations coordinators,
Yes.
our pitchers, our editors, things like that. They have to know how it really works before you're able to do it on your own.
Well,
And
we've
you
had master plumbers come here in a well, you have to get on a truck and you have to be observed.
Yeah.
You have to ride with different people that examine how you drive a car, even.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Everything.
Right.
Because we've had people with master plumber license that don't know how to plumb.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Which
it's like you're saying,
Yeah.
and we love training
we've had people
the
who
correct way all the way through.
Yes, we've
you
had
know.
people with master's degree in public relations and they don't know how to pitch.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I can't work with, like, it just doesn't work.
Yeah.
It doesn't help our team be successful.
I can pitch.
There you go.
Underhand.
Yeah, we'll start a team up. That sounds great.
Well, we are Team Roto.
So,
You know, that's
so
what
let's
we call
talk
it,
about, there's that big movie with Robert De Niro about people coming out of retirement.
Oh yeah.
Turning into
I loved
interns.
that.
I
I
was
loved
so
that.
good. One, I love
Yeah.
Robert De Niro.
And it also addressed ageism.
Yes.
Like I
Ageism
said, I
is
just heard a
real.
guy
It's
78
not
years
just the
old.
lower people. It's the
Is
the older
real.
people. It's such a
It
real
hit
thing.
our industry so hard. And when I say our industry, I mean the construction industry at large.
Yeah.
And I have talked to people because I came back to take out of semi-retirement to try to bring the company back during the recession, and we did. We grew during the recession, and we're still growing, and
Yeah.
we will continue to grow. But I would say, you see those guys with they got gray in their sideburns, and they're riding around in a truck, and they look lost. Well, that's because they are.
Yeah.
They their whole world just crashed down on
Right.
them.
Right.
So I mean, these guys had worked their whole life, and they had gotten to the point where they deserved to be able to just manage. They deserved to not have to get down with a shovel or whatever.
Sure.
Then they had to become working.
Yeah.
If they wanted a job, they had to become a working supervisor.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if their knees were gone, backs, or whatever else had happened to them
Yeah.
through time, I can tell you right now, propping up. But things do happen.
Yeah.
And then there was this pride thing.
Right.
A lot of the smarter ones that saw it coming earlier, one guy I know became a chef. They left that industry.
Sure.
What they took with them was all the experience
Expertise. Yeah.
that is passed down.
Mm-hmm.
What we're doing here, and
Yeah.
trying to accelerate it
Yeah.
to catch up and make up for the fact that all of that knowledge was. I got goosebumps. Sorry,
Yeah,
I start
no.
crying. All of that knowledge was lost.
Yeah.
And so how do we get the transference of that information
Right.
is what we're trying to do,
Right.
because I'm going to live a long time. I already I may walk funny because
But
with my knees and
you
stuff.
know?
But I plan to live a long time, and so I need somebody that can fix things.
Yeah.
You know, and so will everybody
need,
else.
You need that experience.
Yeah.
And I think that having someone apply and not being afraid to apply as an intern or as a, you know, a plumber's helper, things like that, even though it may not be the perfect fit for them, we find the perfect fit for them. So if you say, you know, I can work this much hours and I'm really great at this, is there somewhere else? You know, we have people who are retired who are our editors and our writers, and
well, that's
have
what
been
I
in
do
the
here
business
too.
for years.
You love taking someone and teaching them something new,
or they're
to
just
expand just their life in general.
Or they just realize, like, you know what, I'm retired, but I don't have to be like
retirement's hard.
Out of it, yeah.
You don't trust me.
You gotta have something.
I was semi-retired. No,
see,
I'll
you're
never
from
retire.
experience.
I'll never retire.
I'm just looking at everyone else saying, like, I get so bored. I just know myself.
Oh yeah,
I couldn't.
I worked hard at retirement. And I stayed very busy, but I like this. I love what is happening.
Yeah,
I like seeing people. I down through the years, it's not just something new. We're just getting official about it. But down through the years, I see people come here. They'd have a really crappy car, you know, and they were, you know, upended on it and all of this. And within a year, next thing they got a car, nice one. Then another year, they're buying a house, you know?
Yeah.
And some of them, you know, they have kids in private schools.
Yeah.
You know, I love that.
That is changing people's lives.
That change. I've had one guy, he said, came up to me after one of the meetings. He said, Miss Daniel, I want to thank you for putting me in a new tax bracket. And I actually have the accountants come talk to them. You know, so what happens?
So they're playing
people
for it.
that start here can, if they have any experience at all. Oh, I've got a guy that's getting ready to start. He breaks down and cries.
Yeah.
Because he can't believe it's like Nirvana. He's getting ready to probably make 3 times what he was making before, and then our insurance. You know, if you have kids, people with conditions, health conditions, I love that.
Sure,
this is a safe place.
Well, and
you know?
and maybe a lot of our interns don't turn into full-time jobs. We treat them as a mentorship kind of deal. But I have had people come up to me and say, Cynthia, thank you for critiquing my press releases and critiquing my pitches and showing me how to do it, because when I went to DC and tried it, I was able to show them what we did here, and it mattered. You know, I've had students go all over the world, even Scotland and Ireland, and they are able to take their experience and use it differently there, of course. Yes. But they have it to fall back on. They have a whole full portfolio. I remember being an intern, you had the internship meeting afterwards where you had to present your portfolio of what you did. I came in there, and everyone has like one piece of paper and a flyer.
Oh,
I brought a binder and newspaper clippings and videos and stuff. Yes. And I was like, well, I was an internship at Cecilia Russo Marketing and Carriage Trade PR, and I worked on 19 different campaigns in my 4 months of being an intern. And they were like, what? Now we're asked to participate in all their internship fairs. We're asked to come and speak. And like, I have spoken to their classes on several different things, but it's like, I don't understand why people aren't utilizing their interns. They know they're trained. They are trained on their stuff. Use them. And if they're not up to what you want, train them more. Because you're just helping each other.
You can bring a person into an organization. And I don't mean to be ugly, but sometimes just showing up, a person who's punctual and actually shows up, that needs to be considered. And you've got to find, we won't give up here. Right. We'll try our best to find the right place. Well, and you're talking about, where does this person fit? We will kill ourselves trying to do that if we've got someone that is responsible and shows up.
Right.
I mean, I know that's stupid.
Well, and I even have people who aren't responsible and didn't show up on time, and I'll have a conversation with them. And I think it's easier from my point of view as someone who's not as older in age, you know, so I'm able to say, like, hey, you're showing up here 15, 20 minutes late, or even 10. consistently.
I'll behave.
Every
You got
day.
me.
Yeah, exactly. I give them that look, and I'll just say, like, what do you expect from this?
Yes.
Do you expect a good letter of recommendation afterwards?
Yeah.
Because what you're showing me right now is I can't rely on you, and that's an issue. Boy, they turn a new tune like that, but you have to tell them.
Well,
they have to know what they're doing.
There
wrong.
are some, and this is a negative, but negatives exist. There are some people that will make excuses for themselves till the day they die. That just fascinates me. That's the one where my brain kind of, because they used to have this ad, it was a purple poof.
Yeah.
What was it? I don't remember what it was. But I just remember the purple poof.
For some reason I'm thinking of Tang, because Tang had an orange poof, but it was not purple.
I don't know. But it was poof,
Yeah.
Oh, when I try to comprehend someone
I don't get it.
who wants to hide in failure. And I know it's fear of success. They talk about that. You know, study
that's a
all
real
of that.
thing. Yeah.
It is real.
Mm-hmm.
But you face those fears. I don't know about you, but I've signed up for all kinds of things throughout my life and just terrified.
Yeah.
I think being terrified, number one, the anxiety propels you to
Right.
like you said, to strive and to be the best. And then the other is how bad do you want it? You've got to really want it.
Right. When I took
You
this
know?
one, gosh, I'm blanking on the name, but it was a continuing ed class. They said it perfectly, and I'll never forget it because I steal it to this day. But the magic happens outside of your comfort zone.
You got that.
Yeah. So as much as you're comfortable and you're like, yeah, I got this. The minute you're like, you know what, I don't know if I'm going to do this, but I'm going to try it. I'm going to go for it. That's when you're like, yeah, I did it. And you feel like so empowered.
Boy,
and it's like
and it's the process. It's what if you didn't do it? What if you did it and it was a colossal failure?
Now I know.
Okay. Now, but you had the experience.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
I mean, I've had events. This we're having our Christmas party this week. Pajama party. Anyway, last year there were all kinds of problems, and that's not the first time. But the timing was off. Nobody had checked anything.
Sure.
I should have had my hand on it better, but I didn't. And it wasn't. So I walked into what?
Yeah.
This is it,
Oh,
and put a big smile on.
Yeah. Yeah.
And just went with it. And everybody remembers that we smiled and had a good time.
Yeah. You had a good time. Everyone's happy.
If you get the Jetson hair, have you
Yeah.
ever been through that one? I got Jetson hair.
Yeah,
I
will
kid you
say,
not. I was like, oh, it was a big event. I just smiled.
The best, the all-time record holders in baseball. It's funny because their records are they had the most home runs. They had the most home runs. They also had the most outs. They had the most strikes. They had the most.
But
balls.
nobody focuses on that.
No, because you're
Thank God.
still killing it. You can't focus on it. You gotta keep going.
It is a culture in a business where people blame.
Mm-hmm.
That is the biggest thing you have to run out is blame.
Yeah.
You cannot let it come into your place. It will kill your team.
Yeah.
As soon as I hear a whiff of it,
mm-hmm.
And when new people come in, stressing, and this is big on interns too, is you stress, it's okay to make a mistake. Let me know.
Right.
Guess
Absolutely.
what? Great way
gosh.
to teach. If you don't have the mistake, you don't have the opportunity
Oh gosh.
to teach.
Yeah.
Now, keep making that mistake, and then
Yeah.
I'll send them over and you can talk to them.
I had someone who deleted an email to hide it from me.
Oh, come on.
It's funny. The email went to my then fiance, and so I was like, he called me. He's like, "Hey, what was this about? This had some issues. I don't know if you saw it, Cynthia, but I don't know if this is an email you would have liked." And I was like, "Oh, great, send it over. Thanks." I don't know what you were thinking, but and then I confronted the person, and I was like, "Oh gosh, but anyway."
If you let people make mistakes, okay, you get it, you deal with it.
Yeah.
The biggest issue is.
But we can address it together and let's overcome it.
But when you talk, whenever you talk about something, the emotions come back with it.
Yeah.
And so a lot of us have this backpack we carry, especially with our spouses. Oh, it's terrible, and we tuck it. We think we've forgotten, but we tuck it back there, and then we whip it back out.
We're like, remember this.
And so that's the other thing that I try
to not do.
not do and then try to teach to not do
Yeah,
that.
you gotta wipe it. You're fresh. It's new. It's a new day. But
I've got an award. The top award at our party is the President's Award, and it is given. Everything. A lot of the stuff's about production and numbers and all this. This is about the person as a whole.
Yeah.
How well-rounded are they? What kind of a person are they? And who fills that bill? Someone you admire both professionally and especially personally.
Yeah.
And that's what we value here. And so when you apprentice someone or as an intern, we need to be putting and explaining values.
Yes.
Our handbook, everything on it talks about attitude, being a respectful person, being moral.
Explain everything you do. That's something I try to do with Liz. I'm like, okay, I know I talk fast and I know I send you a ton of work orders at once, but here's what. Make me break it down for you. Yes. And I will try and always do that because it's a teaching opportunity. This whole internship is a symbiotic relationship.
Thank you.
You're helping someone, they're helping you, but you need to be able to work together in an effective way.
Did you check out the grooving of my new guy?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I mean, it is symbiotic. That was a term that I used yesterday.
It took
time. I mean, it took about a month, before we got there. But he's happier. I'm happier.
Yeah.
And we're excited about the future. It's so much fun. I love it.
Well, Liz, is there any
questions? We are ready for questions. We do have a couple.
Oh, gosh. Okay. All right. Got some questions.
Got about 3 minutes for questions. So one question that we had was, where should you start if you are seeking an intern?
So
both ways.
Okay.
Where should you start if you want to hire an intern, and where should you start if you are someone who's seeking an internship?
Okay, so I'll start with where to go to look for interns, and this is a lot of people ask me this. Start at universities and tell whatever industry you're in, the specific college that goes with your industry. Like PR has the PR department in Georgia Southern. I go directly to that and I say like, hey, I'm looking for an intern this summer. This is what we're looking for. This is how many hours we have and all of that. But it's a great way. They will then share it with their students. If you are a student, start with your teacher, but then go online, search there. But a lot of businesses don't push them online. So what I would also do is then go look up what city you want to be in. Say you want to come home to Savannah or you want to go home to Jacksonville or wherever. Look up a company that's within your major and say, hey, we really want to go ahead and start. I want an intern at this month, and I'm looking for this criteria. Here's my strengths. Here's my resume, and all of this good stuff. That's the best way to kind of get started on both ends. And what about for...
We get similar to what you're talking about. We're not a college. We're a little tiny business. But we get people calling us all the time.
Yeah.
Wanting, we got a guy coming in December to see us. He'll be here to check us out.
Oh, nice.
I like it.
Yeah, very nice.
All the way from Indiana.
Liz, you look like you're having...
Yep. Hold on. I'm so sorry, everyone. We're just going to...
What's going on? Are we sideways?
Okay. We're going to do it.
Oh. Old school? How long
is that better?
How long is it going on?
Just for questions, but let's try to do it this way.
Okay.
They can hear us.
Is it going back?
Okay.
It's saying that I need to turn my phone, but here we go. Okay, I'll just hold it for the rest of the questions.
Your phone always does that to us.
I know.
That's mine. Okay, sorry.
We see what's on the back of it.
Yeah.
Now we'll go to war.
Okay, Hope said it's better.
Okay, thanks, Hope. Thanks for telling us. What's the next question?
So another question that we had was, let me just back up a little.
Do you want to sit down and move this here?
Yeah,
This is live. This is
live.
We're on the fly.
This is our company because this is 24 hours, 365 days.
Yeah.
We've never closed. It's an emergency service company, and we just roll with punches.
Oh, well,
okay.
PR firm. We
No.
We're like, let's turn it real quick.
So the next one, what if you have a bad intern?
So, I've fired my interns before, and I'll just be very honest
have
about
to.
that.
That's
yeah.
the bush.
Yeah, that's, you have to.
You fire the person.
You have to.
I have a big bush at the back of the lot. I go stand behind the bush and I wail and cry and it's all over.
Oh, really? No, I don't do that. I talk to my team and I say, hey,
yours
this
aren't
is...
there that long either.
You're right.
You know, for me, mine are extended, apprenticeships.
That's true. That's very true.
Yeah.
No, for ours, it's just a semester usually, so if within the first month I can tell I'm investing too much time into training or major mistakes were made, and I don't mean just one time, because I'll talk someone through a mistake. That's not a big deal. But if you're making the same mistake multiple times and we've already had conversations about it, we don't have time for it. And I don't mean to be harsh, but we gotta go. Like, that's next.
It gets brutal.
It does. You have to be brutal.
Sometimes that's the best thing that can happen to a person because it wakes them up.
I agree.
You're not enabling that kind of behavior.
And that's the fact. This
but
is a learning
I go behind the bush. They call me.
Yeah.
Everybody knows where I go, so I got to find another place.
I call my partners and I'm like, I really feel bad, but I just think it happens. It's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Finally, just want to quickly ask and kind of bring this up. The article mentions that having an intern reiterates the importance of strong leaders.
Yeah.
Just want to get y'all's thoughts on that one.
So again, that comes back to the mentorship thing. I think that empowering someone to really thrive in their industry and learn about what they're doing empowers them to know, like, okay, I have this. I can do this. I can lead a meeting. A lot of our interns are kind of thrown off because we don't do the whole go get coffee deal.
Yes.
That doesn't exist in my company. What we do is say, hey, you're a writer, write a press release. Oh, we're going to mark that up and edit it. This is why. Then they become stronger with their writing skills. We'll teach them to pitch, and we'll go through exercises. All of that teaches them to rely on the skills they have. So it bumps them up to the top of their class because then they know, like, oh, I have this.
Yep.
And it does foster a leadership mentality.
It's no different than what we're doing with the plumbers.
Yeah.
Think about going into a home and you don't know what you're doing and you got to tell them you're going to rip a wall open. Yeah. I mean, you go through with the masters, and after many years of them letting you and they're there, you can do that with confidence. Mm-hmm. You know what you're doing. Yeah. The same thing.
Well, and you're empowering them even more by doing the whole training and giving them certifications. That makes them leaders, essentially.
We're building, and I think when you talk about being a mentor, it's not just to interns. It's to everybody on your watch. Yeah. I do really strive character.
Yeah.
We need to be pushing that around this country. And being a citizen, nobody even says that old-fashioned word anymore. Citizenship, caring about someone else, caring about your fellow citizens.
Yeah.
Being a good citizen. That sounds really weird.
Right.
Well,
and another thing, our company always strives, and we tell this from our interns all the way up. Volunteer, get involved, be on boards, but you have to do that to support your community, but it also helps you become a leader. It just does. So, I think that it having an intern definitely fosters leadership, but it helps you become a stronger leader too, because I'm able now to teach people how to do things, which is something that was very different. I started out managing an internship team, and then I now manage the whole team, and then I now manage all the accounts. So
it's to manage me sometimes.
Yeah. That's impossible. Anyway, it does. It helps you become a leader. It helps them become a leader. It's just a symbiotic relationship again. Anything else?
That wraps it up.
All right, ladies and gents. Well, thanks for tuning in, and thanks for sticking with us through the technical difficulties of turning the phone sideways. We really
if I was holding that, they would all have headaches by now.
Liz is here. She got her elbows in, just like we thought. So that's perfect. Thank you all. Next month's Open for Business will be announced shortly. I never like to give too many teasers, but you'll hear about it on social media and on community headlines. Tune in. If you have any questions, put them in the comment section. We'll be sure to answer them via chat. And I'm sure Roto-Rooter will jump on in there too. So thank you all, and have a great rest of your day.
Thanks for having me.